Hey, what's up guys? With New World Aeternum just around the corner, we're going to dive into the launch times, some beginner tips to make sure you're all set, and a quick look at why your archetype choice could make you rich or lead you to a life of poverty. Let's jump in. Now, let's get right into the details you've been waiting for, the launch times. Here's when you can jump into the new content. For US West, you're looking at 6 AM, US East, 9 AM, London, 7 AM, Germany, 8 AM, France, 8 AM, Malaysia, 3 PM, and Australia, 6 PM. Make sure to mark your calendar and set those reminders, you won't want to miss this. Now for those of you who are going to be making a new character, here are a few tips to make sure you don't fall behind while your friends are off slaying corrupted enemies. First up, make sure you're on the same server as your friends. It does sound obvious, but there is crossplay between Xbox, PlayStation and PC. You don't want to spend hours leveling up only to find that you can't squad up with your mates. Next up is choosing your archetype very carefully, and here's why. Depending on your choice, you can become a valuable crafter early on, which means big money. Let me explain. So, New World Aeternum introduces 7 main archetypes, and each has a starting bonus and 3 different trade skills. What you focus on from the get-go will open up opportunities to make some serious coin by fulfilling crafting orders or gathering rare resources. Here's a quick breakdown of each archetype. The soldier starts with level 50 in weaponsmithing, smelting and mining. With this, you'd be looking at quickly trying to get your mining and smelting up to either be selling those materials or look at crafting your daily Asmodium. I think in general, just being able to craft your daily legendary tier materials is going to be so handy and going to lead to some really big early money. The destroyer comes in strong with armoring, leatherworking and tracking and skinning. With this one here, you're going to want to look at moving on as quickly as you can to the boar's home area, maxing out that skinning level and making some decent bags early on to sell. In that first kind of month or 2 of the game, making bags is really good money. For the ranger, you've got engineering, woodworking and logging. Here you're going to be everyone's best friends because you're going to be able to make them better tools very early on. The musketeer, you have armoring, weaving and harvesting. If I was you, I'd be heading down to Restless Shore, farming as much of the hemp and silkweed down there as I could before other people start catching up. The Occultist, we have another smelting and mining one here, but here we have jewelry crafting. Amulets are going to be a huge thing in New World Aeternum, so if you can get a head start on that and crafting some really best in slot amulets, you're not going to know what to do with the money that's rolling in. The sword bearer is absolutely garbage with cooking and leatherworking, don't even take this. The mystic has arcana, weaving and harvesting. Here you're going to want to harvest as many of the hemp and the herbs as possible. Look at making your potions and get on to making those epic daily crafts as quickly as possible. Whichever archetype you choose, look at what's in demand on the market early on. Selling high level resources or crafted items as others are just getting started will line your pockets. One little bonus tip, if you're just following the main story quest, you'll hit level 61 just by completing them. And this without killing extra mobs or gathering or doing any of that stuff. So make sure you prioritize the MSQ early and you'll be set for the rest of the game. That's all for today. Remember, if you're jumping into New World Aeternum, time your launch. Choose your archetype wisely and team up with your friends to make the most of your journey in Aeternum. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips and guides. I'll see you all in New World.